Hey guys and gals, got another one for you today. Today I'm flying solo in my Leopard 1 and we're on Kitimat standard battle. And really what I wanted to feature here was being able to, I guess, push the front lines or hold the front lines with a paper medium. Generally Leopard 1 is known as a sniper or maybe even a flanker, but generally kept medium to long range away from the opponents. And now, I'm not saying you can go brawl with heavy tanks in a Leo. However, when you're on a map that has contours, and you can use the landscape as essentially your armor, you can be on the front lines here. And what I mean is, you'll see, a lot of the times people will stop in like F1, and you can spot C1, B1 from that position. However, you're not under their gun line. And what I mean by that is when they poke up over this ridge, what are they able to shoot at? And actually F1 is generally the first things that they see and the first things that they can shoot at without really exposing their tanks. Whereas if you get up under this hill, they can't really shoot at you unless they come over top. And if you have support behind you, then when they come over, they should get annihilated. Now that doesn't always happen. Sometimes you wonder what your teammates are doing back there because people will just drive over and crush you. Now this is pretty interesting. So I go up and kill the scout, and Artie shoots me. I'm a Leopard 1, so Artie probably looks at me and is like, delicious. Load heat for the E100. This turret doesn't matter if you're putting premium rounds in it. Shoot at the lower plate, and this is a mistake I make all the time. When you're above the E100, shooting down into the lower plate is probably not a good idea, even with premium rounds. Like Soviet heat might go through that, or American heavy heat might go through that, but generally anything else is... I should have just shot his turret again. Alright, so we won the northern part of this. Now, as you learn maps and how they progress, a lot of the times you can just defend the northern base from like C8, C9. The back side of the base provides hull down coverage, or you can be up on the railroad tracks on the 6th line, spread out there, and it's just pretty defensible. And with the Artie still alive on their team, if we're just staying positioned in the A-B line trying to fight the guys defending their cap, then it's going to be difficult to avoid Artie shells, right? So rather than contesting Artie trying to fight hull down tanks, just gonna go back and defend. And actually this looks like the right call because they reacted to our push and now they're making a huge push onto our base. And you'll see that often, like once you win one side, generally the other side of the map is going to be trying to out-push your push. So I shut the bad chat down. And am I on the front lines? No. I mean, in the beginning, I got up there, I got into it, and when you're in a paper medium and you're on the front line, you have to make sure that you have armor with you. Use the contours of the map to be armor, but also make sure that you have support, or generally you're supporting them, I guess. You know, I'm being a support medium. However, I do feel like I'm taking shots. I've lost some hit points. And this is one thing me and Drewski talked about. You know, you don't get to take the hit points with you to the next match. So you don't want to throw them away recklessly, but also don't be afraid to use them to gain position. So the 110, this is great use of my armor. I angle my armor properly and the 110 bounces off, which is probably pretty frustrated that I just bounced off the Leo. And really the only armor in this tank is a little bar on top of the turret. However, you can see I angled perfectly there, and I bounced a Borsig shell off the side of my tank, which was, yikes, that's pretty impressive. So it really has nothing to do with me angling, it's just getting pure luck in the Leo. Alright, but nonetheless, you can see my tempo on this was like push, 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 push. And as long as my team is with me, I'm comfortable in the Leo to be able to do that. And really any medium tank, as long as I just have some support, I'm willing to continually push the team. And if I have to take a couple shots to keep the team moving, I'll generally do that. Now, this play style will definitely get you frustrated if you take it personal, because there's plenty of games where I push thinking, oh, these 6 tanks behind me will come help me, and then they just stop. So I'm left to fend on my own. And generally, those games are losses, because when you send 7 tanks to one side and you don't push, then the other side's going to collapse, in my opinion. Right, so it's only a first class, but I do 4k damage in, how long did that game take? I mean, it was over in a blink of an eye. Got 1,000 assisted as well, 6 kills, so I got my top gun, Scooshy medal, and that's really all I got for you guys. So just, if you want to play your paper mediums a little bit more aggressively, I just wanted to show this video off, little tips and tricks. Now, if you're in a city match, you're not going to be able to do this as well as in a contoured map. That's all I got for you guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video.